Hi friends, welcome back to the Bright Side of Beauty podcast presented by Beyond Skin Aesthetics. We are here in spooky season.
My favorite season.
Woo! And today we are talking all things Shed the Dead.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Honestly, I'm taking Shed the Dead to the energy level this year. I am shedding the bad energy.
Yes.
Shedding
Say it again.
All of the grossness. We're getting rid of it.
Yep.
No spooky season here. We might be a jump scare with our treatments because we are getting into treatment season.
Yes.
And we can ramp it up. We're a little bit more out of the sun, but although at the time of this coming out, I will be getting ready to go to the sun. So I will have to be being careful. But that's just because I like to do a little fall getaway to Florida. Well, for most people.
We always practice safe sun.
Always.
No matter what time of the year.
Correct. Honestly, and we say like treatment season, but for us, treatment season is year round.
It truly is.
We've gotten some of the best melasma treatments done, or like melasma treatment results done in the middle of the summer with people that own boats. So we're year round in our practice. However, for the rest of society, it is treatment season.
Shed the dead.
Yes. So we want to talk about it. We want to talk about what happens to your skin as the weather changes. Talk about skincare swaps that you need to be doing because it's time to reevaluate. Anytime the seasons are changing, you need to be reevaluating your skincare regimen with a professional. This isn't a time to go rogue. Don't be swapping everything out. But
it has to be a true season change, not like,
hey, this week it dropped 20 degrees.
But then the
next
fall,
week it's going to be hot.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. Like a consistent okay, we're officially in fall or we're officially in winter time.
Yes.
1,000,000%. Yes. But there's swaps that we need to be making, and then treatments that really ramp up in popularity during the fall winter time, especially getting ready for the holidays. I mean, we are in prime holiday season here. I wonder, do you think there's anybody around Halloween that will do like a medium depth chemical peel and have their face fall off and then they use that as part of their Halloween costume?
I don't know, but I think you just gave me a great idea.
I feel like that's just a really good like mummy costume thing. Like, who needs to do the fake makeup? You can literally just make your face peel off.
Right. And then you're renewed and glowing.
Yeah.
Love
Honestly, or even like if you want to do like a little Taylor Swift Reputation and you just really played into like the snakes and like the enchantment side of things.
Yeah.
You could then have your face peel off. There's so many guys. I'm going to roll here. Come to me for your spooky season because it's my least favorite season. But it's Katie's favorite. So that is why we're here to talk about Shed the Dead.
Absolutely.
Do you want to take it away of why Shed the Dead and like kind of like how, I don't want to say like how that trend started because it started a long time ago. And I want to say this is like our 7th or 8th year doing it.
Yeah. So, historically, you couldn't do a lot of treatments in the summer. Mm-hmm. And so October was always the mark of, hey, you know what? We are going to get rid of the dead and have it all be renewed.
Yep.
So we've taken a different approach from it, right? So what we want to do with Shed the Dead is we want to be renewed. We want our skin to be renewed, and we want to get rid of the old, the dead, the sun damaged. You were probably outside a lot more, when it was in the summer and into the early fall. So we've been exposed to more toxins, more pollution. We want to get rid of all of that.
Yeah. More free radicals.
Radicals.
This is really, when we say Shed the Dead, we're talking about the sunspots. We're talking about the age spots. We're talking about all of the dead skin cells and build up from just being outside and having unprotected sun. So
unprotected sun is not safe, guys.
No.
It's not safe.
Always use protection, friends.
Always. Now,
Lord help us.
So going into that, you don't have to look like a snake when you shed the dead.
Which is more my style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can do more, we can do an aerolace, and then we can come in with maybe even a medium depth chemical peel, and then end with the Glacial Skin RX Glide.
Love, love. Yes.
So we are introducing inflammation, but then we're down regulating that inflammation with the Glacial Skin RX.
And you could even take home some plated intense. Because truthfully to me, Glacial Skin RX and plated go hand in hand together. Plated is like your topical product that you're taking home that is stimulating that cell renewal. And that's exactly what we're doing with Glacial Skin in office. So we're just getting a jump start on that. We can do an exosome boost with Glacial Skin, and then you can take home the product with you and continue using it. And that's more my speed. I don't like to have downtime. I don't like to even skip a beat with things, but I do like to really ramp up the treatments when I might be a little bit more sensitized to the sun, and I need to make sure that I'm being more careful, even if I am wearing my sunscreen and reapplying like I always do. Sometimes you're just a little bit more sensitized and you have to be careful. That's where my Shed the Dead comes in.
Well, and also on the plated front, it's not skincare, it's a treatment.
Yeah, it is. You know what you're doing with that? You're shedding all of those dead little wiggly worms in your skin.
Dead cells.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's making me think of Mufasa. You know that song in Mufasa that's like, and bye-bye. We're going to go bye-bye.
Zafu is in there. Is that his name?
Zazu.
Yeah.
No, that's the regular Lion King. Mufasa, the new one.
Oh.
Where it's the new villain guy that's in the new Mufasa, the new lion that comes in and he's singing to Mufasa and Scar, like before they like officially take themselves as brothers.
I need to watch this. I haven't seen it yet.
Well, guys, that's going to be our theme song for this entire season.
Bye-bye.
Is we're going bye-bye with all of the dead skin cells, all of that old collagen and elastin that's just dead and taking up space that we need to get rid of, clear that out.
It's like gelatin.
It's like gelatin in the skin. Like we really need to clear all that out, and that is what plated is going to be doing. That's what elastin nectar, oh my gosh. Trihex technology. That's literally what Trihex technology does.
Clears out the old, clears out the bad.
Yes. We love nectar to be prepping for treatments, to be recovering from treatments. It goes hand in hand with all things, of course. If you're on Restorative Skin Complex, especially 2.0, now that it has that
hydration.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
Yes. Oh, if you guys haven't tried it, you need to try it. But that has the Trihex technology in it. It's the same level as with Nectar. So you don't have to switch from your Restorative Skin Complex over to Nectar until really you get your treatment done. And you want that added arnica benefit to it.
Yeah, you want the arnica for healing.
Yeah, but you're good leading up to your treatment. If you're using Restorative Skin Complex, you're already prepping your skin and you're prepared in that sense. You're turning over all of that old collagen, elastin, gelatin, getting it all out. Same thing with Plated Intense.
Because if you don't turn over your collagen and elastin, that is that gelatin-like substance. When you stimulate new collagen and elastin, whether if you're doing a medium depth chemical peel, an aerolase, microneedling with RF, anything like that, if you stimulate new collagen and it doesn't have anywhere to go because you have so much of that old collagen and elastin, your body just gets rid of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why you need products like Trihex technology or plated exosomes to help clear that out.
Absolutely. And in my preference, I like to use both.
Agreed.
And that's when Alicia will come in and she'll start injecting your face and she'll just be like, you just have so much dang collagen and elastin. That is the biggest compliment, I think, in my sense. Like when she has to put her full body weight into my face just to get a needle in it.
Yeah.
I know I'm doing myself some favors at home.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Alicia. We're just giving you carpal tunnel over here. But it's so good. We need all the good stuff. And I feel like it's a good analogy. We talk about in the spring, like you need to go in and clear out the soil before you can plant the seeds for the flowers to bloom and be as pretty as we want them to be. In the fall sense, think of it as like harvest time. Like you're going in. If you don't go in and as all of these different harvests are drying up and ready for harvesting, if you left those and then you try to replant the field next year, you wouldn't be able to do it, right? Like it would just be so overgrown and dead and gross, and it'd be an eyesore in general. That's what happens to your skin.
Yeah,
It just gets dull.
it might be 50% the first year.
Yeah.
The second year, what, maybe 5%?
Yeah. Like it just gets worse and worse. So
Yeah.
you need to go in. It's just the cell renewal process. And the older we get, the slower our cells are turning over. So we need to go in there and we need to help it. We need to help those cells function to their best case capabilities. So that's where we love Plated. That's where we love Triax technology coming in here.
They're so good.
Yeah.
So what would be some products that maybe you would not necessarily, I don't want to say discontinue, but transition from one to the other?
I think that this is the time to reevaluate what your sebum production is. You can swap out the toner that you're using, whether it's complexion renewal pads to oil control pads, vice versa. Talking about moisturizers, I think that's a huge one, is what level of moisturizer you're using.
Yeah.
Or hydrator in general, because some people don't necessarily use a quote unquote moisturizer during the summer.
Yep.
But they use a hydrator and they need to move over to a moisturizer.
And sometimes they may incorporate like an HA immerse. So a hyaluronic acid, get a nice drink of water for your skin. You know, when we're driving and the heat is on, you have space heaters, your house is heated, your work is heated. That's dehydrating your skin.
Yeah.
I always say don't go in a steam room or sauna ever. But if you do, you are dehydrating your skin at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to do something to replenish that hydration.
Absolutely. And I think that anytime the seasons are changing too, we have an inflammatory response that happens. Honestly, during harvest season, we're just talking about cornfields being plowed. I grew up in the country, guys. So like when I think of fall, that's what I think of is, oh, great. My allergies are going to kick up because they're going to be plowing the fields. So I've got to be ready with my Claritin or my Allegra D of some sort, like ready to go. But in that sense, we have a lot of different free radicals that are flying around and attacking our skin. So we need to think about what we're doing from an antioxidant perspective. We need to think about what we're doing if, in my case, my rosacea flares up. That's something I've got to reevaluate what I'm using. And I need to make sure I'm using things that are helping to calm my skin down as the extreme temperatures or as there's those different environmental factors that are coming to play.
Another thing that comes up is we start to think of cold and flu season.
Yeah.
And everybody says, then I start taking a vitamin D supplement. I start taking a vitamin C supplement. We always say not all vitamin C's are created equally when you apply it topically. It's the same for when you're ingesting it. You need to get a high quality antioxidant that you're going to ingest to make sure that you do get that same antioxidant properties when it's ingested.
Can you see me like about to explode?
I know, you're so excited.
By the time that this comes out, I think one of my favorite new products ever. So I've been using it for several months now, but it is going to be officially out as of September 3rd. So definitely by the time that this podcast comes out, it is out. You are all going to know about it. Color Science just came out with a new Barrier Pro Spray. And it is like a vitamin D supplement for your skin, but it's not actually vitamin D, which is a crazy fact too.
Wild.
So when you think about Ohio, all of us are depleted in our vitamin D.
Mm-hmm.
That has such an impact on our skin. For example, your under eye dark circles, commonly a vitamin D deficiency can help with that. You just add a supplement in there. Topically, a lot of times your vitamin D supplements are not actually affecting your skin. So you're getting the internal effects. You're balancing out things internally.
If you're even absorbing them.
Which is an important conversation as well.
Yes.
But vitamin D is so beneficial to your skin. And common thing we always hear is, I don't want to wear my sunscreen because I need the vitamin D. Well, yeah, you absolutely do need to absorb vitamin D, but your sunscreen's actually not necessarily blocking that absorption. If your skin cells are not functioning to their best capability, you're you're not getting any vitamin D anyways. It's kind of like when you take a supplement and you're not able to actually absorb any of that vitamin D from the supplementation.
Yeah.
Same thing. If your skin cells are not functioning the way that they need to, that sun ain't doing jack squat for you. So
besides causing damage to your skin.
yes,
All the bad that's stuff. What it's doing. It's not doing anything good for you.
But there's so many positive benefits to the sun.
Absolutely.
That's where Barrier Pro Spray comes in. And I love the irony of the fact that Color Science, which brought us the SPF brush, which has brought us such a wide array of different SPFs to swap out our makeup to protect our skin, but still feel like we're wearing makeup and feel beautiful and really color match. They've really bridged the gap between sunscreen and that grittiness and that just gross feeling to it, the gross appearance of it, the different castings and everything to give everybody a really pretty finish. They're the ones bringing to the market this revolutionized product of we need vitamin D. We need our skin cells to be functioning to the best of their abilities. So you're able to use this spray as a toner, for example. You're also able to apply it right over top of your sunscreen throughout the day as well. But it's going to help your skin to take the sun and basically turn it into vitamin D that is actually benefiting your skin. It's a pre-pro postbiotic spray.
Incredible.
It has all sorts of other things in it. But the makers of your favorite sunscreen are helping you use the sun to your benefit. And it's not just from a beauty standard. This isn't just like using the sun for the appearance of your skin. It is actually using the sun to benefit the functionality of your skin cell. Trish, we love you.
Genius.
Trish and your entire team, we love you
yes.
so much. I hope
so
that
good.
you hear this.
So good.
I'm so fired up about this. And so I would say, actually, when you think about what are these swaps that we need to be making going into the fall, this is a huge one that we need to be making. Because if you're not already using this spray, especially going into the wintertime, it is gloomy in Ohio. It is gloomy most places around the United States at this point.
It's so gray.
Like, if you're not in San Diego or in Orlando or Miami or somewhere of the sort,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but you're just not getting the sun to the benefit that you need. And honestly, even if you are in one of those sunny places, if your skin cells aren't working the way that they need to, you need something like this.
So if someone is utilizing a hydrating mist,
yeah,
we would want to transition them over to the vitamin D spray, and then maybe as a morning and evening, and then the hydrating mist to utilize throughout the day.
You could do that. You absolutely could do that. You can really utilize both. What I have been doing, so because it's a pre-pro postbiotic spray, you want to be careful when you're using exosomes or other products. You want to be careful when you're using a hypochlorous acid spray. So hyoscine, I love hyoscine, especially for my acne and rosacea people, because you want to be balancing out the good and bad bacteria on your skin, right? That's what hypochlorous acid is helping you to do. Spray with that first, let it completely dry, then come in with your Barrier Pro spray. The great thing with the Barrier Pro spray is it is a Barrier Pro spray serum, or it's a Barrier Pro serum spray. Barrier Pro serum spray. You spray it on the skin, you can immediately pat it into your skin, but make sure that it is completely dry and on your skin. It's going to balance out. As soon as your skin feels dry, you can then go in with your exosomes. This is from a professional usage standpoint. This is not necessarily from the actual companies. So I've done work with both Color Science and Plated on the stability of their products. They have only done testing separately, of course. So this is me as a professional inside of the industry saying, okay, I've put it into play. I've taken both sets of knowledge here. I've looked at the white papers both directions in a way, right? And this is the way that I believe these are working the most beneficially, but you would do it in that way. So use your hyoscine, then go in with your Barrier Pro spray, then your exosomes, let that all chill, then go in with the rest of your routine. Hydrating mist, in that case, I would use that as a throughout the day situation. Yeah. I think if you're really trying to life hack with the Barrier Pro Serum spray or your vitamin D spray, that's what we're going to call it. It's the vitamin D spray, right? Use it in the morning, use it at night so that you're getting that therapeutic sense. in the middle of the day, if you know, for example, you're about to go be outside, use that instead of your hydrating mist because it's immediately going to activate where it's going to help you to be absorbing.
So you would
the sunlight.
reapply with your brush
Reapply with your brush.
and
yes.
then spray.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. Or, I mean, you could do it vice versa anyway.
Yeah.
But by reapplying that spray, it's going to be working all day, but you're going to get the maximum benefits if you apply it right before you go outside. Yeah. So you're protected, but you're also life hacking by using the sun to your benefit.
Yeah.
And it's a health thing. So we're going to use our Barrier Pro spray, and then we're going to go walk outside with no shoes on, and we're going to ground ourselves to the earth.
Yeah, we are.
Because we are shedding the dead, bad energy. We're just taking all the good energy from the earth.
Yep.
All the goodness.
Can absorb it all.
Yes. Oh my gosh, guys, this just fired me up. I don't like spooky season, but truthfully, I don't think this season's that spooky now.
I'm here for it.
I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so back to these treatments that we're doing inside of the office. So we can really ramp up with our chemical peels, of course. Microneedling. This is a great time to come in with microneedling.
It's a great time. And we like to do if we want to be pretty aggressive, we can do where you do a chemical peel. So in a sense, you're kind of lifting up your pigment. I'm speaking directly to melasma and pigment and things like that. So we're going to lift up your pigment. Then 2 weeks later, we can go in with a microneedling and break up the pigment. And then 2 weeks later, come back in and lift up some more pigment. So we're kind of breaking it up, lifting it up, breaking it up, lifting it up, all while adding on that glacial glide to just calm down that inflammation. Because yes, we are introducing a lot of inflammation into the skin by doing things so close together. But we can immediately squash that with the glide.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's digest that a little bit more too. So with chemical peels, with microneedling, with really laser, with any of these treatments that we're doing, we are causing a controlled injury to the skin. And our goal with things like plated, with things like elastin, nectar, and restorative skin complex, using that Tri-X technology, is to speed up the recovery process, is to signal to those cells, hey, it's time to repair, which is why we're doing the controlled injury, but we want to minimize the downtime. So that's where these other products come in. That's where post-injection serum comes in. Did I just say that right? Yes, from elastin.
Yeah.
Where you can kind of spot treat with that added arnica benefit, and it has that Tri-X technology in it. What Glacial Skin RX is doing is coming in, and it's a treatment that's doing that. So we are causing the injury, and then we are immediately saying to your cell, hey, it's time to recover and it's time to chill out. So you're able to literally just cut that downtime.
It's incredible.
Some cases you got a couple days of downtime versus like a week of downtime. But a lot of times we're able to just take that away completely.
And I think that's where prepping your skin comes in as well. Like you were mentioning, utilizing either restorative skin complex or nectar, leading up to your treatments. That is prepping your skin, getting everything ready, and helping minimize that downtime. So the more your skin is prepped, the less downtime you're going to have.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about skin prepping too.
Yeah.
Very important when you are treating pigmentation, whether you are a Fitzpatrick 1 through 6. We've talked about the Fitzpatrick scale before on the podcast and in office, but no matter what your melanin depth is, you want to be preparing your skin because your skin can throw some crazy pigmentation action.
It can, and that's where we have to be very cautious when you do have the Fitzpatricks, 4 through 6. Sometimes a lot of the way that the skin is going to heal is you're going to throw more pigment in the beginning. Mm-hmm. We call that PIH, or post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. And so it is also educating our patients and making sure that they know, hey, this could potentially happen. And this is why we want to go ahead and prep your skin so that we can minimize that post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation if it does come up.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're staying one step ahead of it. It most likely will still happen, but at least you have the tools to minimize it as much as possible, and you know what to expect as we're going into it.
Yes.
Okay. Another thing that we need to think about going into the drier winter months is hydration level in the skin. we have a lot of options of injectable grade hyaluronic acid. I am going to throw one out there. I think that a lot of these different brands feel like their injectable grade hyaluronic acid goes neck and neck with another one. I'm here to say they all function completely differently.
They do.
Completely different. There is not one injectable grade hyaluronic acid that I think directly competes with another.
I agree with that.
I think
agree.
that they all have different function.
And, there's all these different molecular sizes and weights. And if one works for one person, it might not do the same for another person.
Well, and I also want to specify here, we're not talking, when I say injectable grade hyaluronic acids, I'm talking about medical grade skincare, I'm talking about professionally dispensed skincare, one of these hyaluronic acids that you're able to get from an office like Beyond Skin Aesthetics, not a hyaluronic acid that you can get from Sephora or Ulta.
Or Walmart.
Or Walmart. Like we're throwing it down right there. So we're putting these in two different categories, right? Hyaluronic acid that you can get from one of these stores typically ends up being the ingredient by itself versus the delivery systems that we're getting from one of these injectable grade hyaluronic acids. Okay, now that we have cleared that up, I will say from a rosacea standpoint, I actually use Hydrinities, I use Elastins, and I use 3 different ones from Skin Better. Okay, guys, that's 5. I use 5 different injectable grade hyaluronic acids. Why? Because each one does a different job. I layer them in a very specific order because of their delivery systems. That's where consulting with a skincare professional or a skin health professional is going to come into play here. We can help direct you on what order you need to be using these in so that you can get maximum benefits. But I love Hydrinity's restorative HA. It is so good. It is very thin in application. It almost immediately absorbs into the skin. There's no heavy weights of hydration. However, it is so calming for rosacea and for any sort of inflammatory cascade that you've got going on. So that is one that I like to start off in a base of almost like a rosacea treatment or a post-care treatment in a way. Then you go in with HA Immerse from Elastin. Guys, I literally spoke on a stage about this last year. That is how much I love this product. I love HA Immerse. It is correcting the hydration levels within your skin. It's completely different than Hydrinities. Completely different.
Yeah.
I love using both of them because of that. So one, really HA Immerse is also helping to address the redness. It's helping with the recovery process. But in a barrier restoring type way, in a hydration level, it's balancing out your hydration level overall. And we can show you so many different charts of hydration level in the skin, different scans of the skin.
Yeah,
from this.
The instant result as well as, 24 to 48 hours later. And,
yes.
And what it,
and then using it over a couple of weeks and what it's like when you come in, the hydration levels from using it consistently and then immediately after application too.
Yes.
There's so many different scans.
So many.
So you've got that. Okay, so there's 2.
Yep,
right?
we have 2.
So we've got one that's helping as basically like a rosacea treatment, hyaluronic acid. Then you've got a actual hydration barrier function, hyaluronic acid. And then I come in with my Interfuse line from Skin Better, which I love so much. This is more on the vanity metric, not going to lie, guys. Face and neck, it's helping just to smooth everything out, to tighten everything up. It's kind of your overall, what's everybody dubbed it? The facelift in a bottle, I think is what they've called it.
I think they've called it a facelift in a bottle. It's a great peptide for your skin.
Yes. Yeah, it's just helping to firm up your skin overall.
But I will say with face and neck, that's not something that someone would start out with. You have
correct
healthy skin. You have created that good skin barrier.
Yes.
And so adding in face and neck was just a no-brainer because you could get that snatched as soon as
it just goes straight to your face. Yep. Exactly.
But if you don't have that healthy barrier, if your skin isn't healthy, you're not going to get the
feeling. Correct. Yes. It's all about prep.
Yeah.
And I'm using that with in-office treatments too. I'm using that with my Glacial Skin RX, which, guys, there are a lot of really good treatments. For me personally, that's just my personal favorite. Like, that's one that I just am absolutely addicted to. But of course, I'm a rosacea girly. Using something that downregulates inflammation, it's going to be a good thing. So I use face and neck. That's my next thing. Then I use Interfuse Eye. Obviously, that is eye specific, but helps with fine lines and wrinkles, gives you that same effect for the eye area.
So why don't you just use face and neck on your eyes?
I mean,
because I think that's like everybody's like, okay, why do I need
a specific eye
treatment as opposed, like, I have all these other products. Why do I have to add another product that is specific to
and I pause
the
because,
eyes?
Guys, I'm not giving you this advice. I'm just telling you what I do personally. I use face and neck around my eyes too. I use all the products, but they're not indicated for around the eyes.
Yeah.
The reason that there are eye-specific products is because the skin around your eyes is so different than the rest of your face.
The pores are different.
Just everything about your eye area is different. So you need something that is going to deliver in a very specific way to treat your eyes.
It is all in the delivery.
It's all in the delivery.
Yeah.
The same way as the different layering of all these different hyaluronic acids are. It's because of the delivery system. That's why Interfuse Eye is so specific. That's why I use Plated Eye and I still use Interfuse Eye, because I love Plated Eye and all of the exosome goodness of it. I love the caffeine boost and everything. But then Interfuse Eye, different product, different delivery system. I personally like to layer them so I'm getting all of the benefits of both.
Mm-hmm.
Just a preference thing. But
yeah,
knowing the order because of the delivery system is very important.
1,000%.
And then lastly, on my injectable grade hyaluronic acid tower, as we go up, is lines. And I love lines.
So good.
It's so good. It's, for me, honestly, my concern, and I'm going to look directly into the camera for this one. My concern with my eye area is when I smile, I have these, I guess, crow's feet lines that come down. Truthfully, they've probably always been there. My mom always warned me the janky way that I put my contacts in, I was going to cause these lines prematurely. But especially after I had my son, exhaustion will do that to you. Just the absolute impact of birthing a child and the physical impact of that will give you some added lines around the eyes, right? But I like to really focus around here. However, I use Interfuse Eye because of the delivery system around the eyes. I am more focusing on these lines that come down further on my cheek with lines, and then also my nasolabial folds. I like to focus on, I get like little bunny lines on my nose. I'm very expressionate and I wrinkle up my nose all the time. Alicia can't kill it. It just, like, no matter how much neurotoxin she puts in there, it's going to wiggle. So I like to put it across my nose too, so that I don't get a nice deep indentation there. And then I like to use it at my chin too, because I wrinkle up my chin all the time. So I really focus it in those areas, but you can technically use it all over your face.
You can't. When it first came out, it was you just placed it on the lines that you were concerned about.
Yeah.
But then, as they continued on with their testing, they're like, wait, you can put it all over and have it be an all over hyaluronic acid.
Yeah.
So I actually put it everywhere because I feel like I have lines everywhere on my face. So I'm like, you know what? We're just going to cover everything. And but honestly, a lot of people do utilize it to spot treat.
1,000,000%. That has always been kind of like the traditional way to use it. But I like that you use it all over, because when we glimpse your skin, you're able to see all those little micro lines that maybe the naked eye can't see.
Those hidden wrinkles.
Yes.
Those will get you.
Wait, speaking of, great thing to do while you're doing your microneedling and stuff is Alicia actually just used a brand new technique around your eye area. Speaking of injectable grade hyaluronic acids, this is an actual injectable.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about what she did.
So, she did, I feel like, 1,000,000 pokes with kind of a diluted filler.
Yeah.
That way she could go in and fill in those little teeny tiny lines that didn't need a whole syringe of filler. Wasn't like it was a nasolabial fold, but it's just, I have crepey skin. So it was helping with the integrity of the skin. It was helping and going in and filling in a little bit of those, just like teeny tiny amount, but instantly those lines went away.
It was like a magic eraser.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. It was the magic eraser. And then we actually went in, I think 2 weeks later, and microneedled, and that just sealed the deal.
Smoothed it all out, sealed the deal. Yes, so good. And it really was like a million tiny little pokes. And she would have you make the expression so she could see exactly where those lines were as they moved too. So I think if you're an injector listening to this and you're thinking, oh, I want to try this, make sure that you're having your patient actually make the expression just like you would. It's almost, I feel like, and this is a very uninformed because I'm not an injector standpoint, but to me, it's almost like the expressions that you would have your patient do for neurotoxin. You're blending the techniques of the two together.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah. She just didn't. Right. So when you're doing your neurotoxin, you're injecting into the muscle, right?
Correct. Yes.
Where then she would go above the muscle.
Correct.
And inject so superficially.
So you're getting both planes.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. So you're treating the same effect.
Yep.
Different causes. Yes. Yeah, exactly. So we're working on skin integrity, but then we're also able to kind of give it a little boost there.
Game changer.
Love it.
I love it.
Love it so much. We've gone all over the board here today.
Well, I don't know. We've talked a lot about, I think, hydration. So
huge thing.
We have to make sure that our skin is hydrated, especially going into the colder temperatures where you are going to have an increase in that sebum production. Mm-hmm. But then you're exposed to so many more factors that are drying out and dehydrating your skin.
Yep.
So I feel like we're coming full circle and saying you need to hydrate your skin. Absolutely. And it might not, it won't be with, Eucerin on your face. That's just going to lay there and do nothing for you.
Or a million bathroom trips because you decide that you're going to up your water intake by like an extra gallon a day.
Yes.
Like that's important. Having your body hydrated is very important.
1000%.
But that hydration is not going directly into your skin.
It is not.
That's just improving your body's function to then stay hydrated.
Yes. You can utilize some trace minerals that can help distribute the hydration, when you do hydrate your body, that it goes to the right spot. But you still, whenever we say to someone, your skin is super dehydrated, their response is always, well, yeah, I need to drink more water. Sure, everyone could drink more water. But were you traveling recently? Were you on a plane? Airplanes are the worst for dehydrating your skin. Yeah. That's where the Barrier Pro spray is going to come in handy.
Heck yeah.
All of that stuff. So you want to get that hydration in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've thrown a lot of different products out there, right? And it really is something that we have to individualize to each person.
Yes.
What their environmental factors are, what their skin changes are. Some people are oilier during the winter than they are during the summer. They dry out during the summer. And I would say, I don't want to say most people, but a big chunk of people are the opposite. Where the heat causes their oil production to become all out of whack. And then as soon as it gets dry out or it gets cold outside, they get dry. So we really need to specify it to the person. If we are talking the simplest routine possible as we're going into the winter, I would say going the Barrier Pro route is a great option. You've got your Barrier Pro cleanser, your Barrier Pro spray now, your Barrier Pro moisturizer, and then top it with your favorite SPF, whether it be No-Show, whether it be Flex, any of your favorite SPFs. Call it a day. Like that is just like the easiest of easy snow day routines.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about snow days yet. I'm sorry, guys. I just put that out there.
I'll take one snow day.
Yeah. Christmas Day. Maybe the day after Christmas.
Yeah. That's enough.
That's far away. We can leave that there. We don't need to be.
No.
It's too. If we have a snow day in October, you can all blame me now that I just said that out loud. I am so sorry, everyone. Ugh. Anyways, that is the perfect, like, simple routine. And then we can really build and customize from there. But if you're looking for something to get started on today, if you have no skincare routine and you're like, winter's coming, fall is here, I'm all out of whack, what should I do? Start there. Start with the Barrier Pro set.
Barrier Pro it out.
I love that.
Thanks. I just came up with it.
I love it so much. Now I'm putting this out there for hopefully all of my color science favorite people to hear. We need a Barrier Pro serum spray travel now. We love a good travel. I know, but if we're reapplying in the middle of the day, I mean, reapplying in the middle of the day, a regular bottle will fit in our bags, right? Like it still technically will fit in a fanny pack, even if we're down to a fanny pack. It won't fit in
my smaller one.
That's true. Yeah. But they have little, I bet they'll do something for us. I don't know if it actually, I haven't messed with the bottle to know enough if it's similar. Yeah, we're like the hydrating mist because you can pull it, but I don't know with the stability of the product if it's that way. But we're putting that request out there.
Yep.
We have a travel cleanser and moisturizer. We need a travel spray for us to be able to throw in our purses, our backpacks.
Well, and we have travel brushes. Yeah. Now we're just missing.
And I think the Barrier Pro spray, that needs to be something that as you're reapplying your sunscreen, you just do a quick little spritz.
Yep.
Oh, I love it so much. Such good things.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can wait because I want it to stay warm for forever. But I can't wait for this treatment season to really pick up and see all the beautiful results that people are getting.
Yes.
Like this is what we live for.
It's our time to shine.
It's our time to shine. We live for the confidence building. We live for the results that we're able to get for our patients. And we live for the brain stumping. We love to figure out problems that maybe patients aren't able to find solutions elsewhere. We make it our mission to figure it out. If you can't get answers somewhere else, we will not stop until we find you answers.
We will not. And there may be a GI map involved.
I love it. Well, I'm so excited. Please come and see us. Let us know your thoughts on this episode. If you have any questions that you want us to answer on the podcast, we will deep dive on it. So please drop them. Give us a follow on at Beyond Skin Aesthetics on Instagram, Facebook, literally everything. Skin by Delaney Danielle, or our podcast page, The Bright Side of Beauty Podcast. If you have not written a review for the podcast, it would help so much so that others can find the podcast.
Yes,
and we
please.
can continue to build this community. Yes, which is our goal. We want to be able to get some amazing guests on. This season has already been so good already. But the more that we are able to share this podcast and get it out there, the better and better our guests get. And we can get some of these really good guests to come back again. That's the goal. Because we've had some, I don't know if you can get much better than some of the guests we've already had this season.
We've had some great ones.
Yeah. So we need to get them back on the podcast. I think that's the goal now. All right, friends. Well, we love you so much. We hope to see you soon, and we will see you down in the comments. Bye.
Bye.